say, the sun's awake, so I'm awake.
The sun's awake, I'm awake.
And so is our lava propane.
I can play on the sun.
No, I don't think we're not gonna play on the sun.
It's very hot.
Yeah, it's very hot. So even though we've been boondocking here, no water, no electric, no sewer, it's kind of like a typical morning for the most part. Hensley's got her Daniel Tiger going on. Getting ready to go hike? We gonna go hiking, Hensley? We got lunch ready for some sort of a picnic. 9:30, time for a snack. You eat so much, kid.
She eats like a grown-up. She
I
probably
don't know where she gets it.
She probably eats more than me.
Of course, this site is still beautiful. This is a beautiful park. Beautiful area of the park for sure. So you got like a south area and then like a north area. And the south is more deserty. Like you don't have like these Joshua trees and these boulders and things like that. And that's what we really wanted. And that's why we went through all the effort to get to this part of the park. So one of the more popular things to do here is called Skull Rock. We can actually hike from here to Skull Rock if we want to, but it's like 3 miles round trip. So we're gonna save our hiking for some of the other spots, and we're just gonna drive the van because Skull Rock is like right off the road if you want that. Pretty cool though, that you can just walk out of your RV, start hiking. So a couple things we've read that have not been true. We read that in January, February-ish, you could show up during the week and there should be sites. Well, technically there were. This is like one of the last ones, but it definitely fills up even during the week in January. Second thing is that we read that there's no cell signal at all, and there's really not much. But from our side, we've been able to get one bar off and on so we can at least send out a text if we need to do that. But definitely not enough to work or have consistent internet or even a phone conversation at this point. Still trying to take in everything we're seeing. Like, I mean, we've seen views of bigger mountains probably, but like to be able to see all that we can see, just
and you can drive
crazy
this.
Combination. Yeah,
this is no hiking required.
It's nice,
which is awesome because it's so accessible, and this is such an awesome view. We're over 5,000 feet up.
Can you say Joshua Tree?
Joshua Tree.
Good job.
Can you go
way over here? What does it say, Hensley? Perfect.
Thank you.
And so this is the Salton Sea. It's about 35 miles away, 235 feet below sea level. This is Mount San Jacinto. I'm sure I butchered every bit of that. It's almost 11,000 feet, and you've got Palm Springs just below that, which is like a huge golfing destination.
Tasty, Mom.
Pretty neat spot, isn't it, Hensley? You ready to eat some lunch?
This is the spot here.
Yep, this is the spot here. Push it, push it. There you go. Gotta hold it up, it's gonna fall on the trail.
Hold it,
follow the
hold
trail.
it, hold it, hold it.
So what's significant about this trail?
I don't know, I planned this out a while ago and I can't remember, but I usually just read
Whoa, look at that.
blog posts and kind of pick the top things to do in a park. And this was on the list. It's just a mile hike and you get some cool scenery and get to walk through boulders.
And Hensley gets a lot of sand. No shortage of that, Hensley.
The opening of Hidden Valley.
Ah, I see. So it looks like you're walking through the boulders and then you come out into Hidden Valley, which makes sense. Which is this beautiful valley here, just kind of surrounded by boulders. See what it's doing? Isn't that cool? So you're coming through this tight area. Hensley, bring it with you. There's plenty of that, Hensley. We got that back at the campsite too. So yeah, it opens up into this valley. You see how it's just totally surrounded by the rocks?
It says that it was a really good place for cattle, like to raise cattle.
Huh. And if you're curious, this is a Joshua tree.
It reminds me of like Dr. Seuss. That's what it reminds me of, like the Dr. Seuss trees or something. So the Joshua tree was named by some Mormon explorers because it looked like hands reaching up. Which I can see that.
There's one over here. And there's one. And there's 3. And there's just tons around here. Really cool. Like, I love redwoods and sequoias, but I don't know, this might be my 3rd favorite tree. Have you seen redwoods or sequoias yet?
I have not.
I went with my family like 20 plus years ago. We have not done any RVing out there yet, so. Like a little playground for Hensley, isn't it, girl? You got rocks to climb on, sand.
Sand to play with.
Oh yeah?
Oh, squish it. There's some sand.
Yep, there's some more sand. Good job finding that.
Oh, that's rock. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yeah, if there's kids, Hensley's there. She found a group.
Cool.
It's not friends.
You're in there with your friends.
Oh my goodness. I'm back there.
I see you. I think they might be ready to come out. You
Come on
ready
out,
to
Hensley.
come out?
Come on out so everybody can get out. It's like a wall somebody built. They're just stacked on top of each other. That's so cool.
Joshua Tree is known for its world-class rock climbing. As you can see, there's so much you could climb here, and it's just one of the most popular areas to do that. You'll see tons of rock climbers.
Walking in the desert.
One step, 2 steps, 3 steps.
You really don't see it, don't you?
And like this.
You see it.
Can you see it, Hensley? Do you see the skull? Yeah? We're staying in the Jumbo Rocks campground. Everything we did today was like within 15 minutes of here, which is really nice because if we were boondocking outside of the park and coming in, I think it's kind of like 45 minutes, possibly plus, to like some of this stuff from outside the park. So instead of spending an hour and a half of driving, we're spending, 15, 30 minutes of driving. And I'm all about less driving. We do enough driving as it is. But unless you have something, in the 30-ish or less range, it's hard to get into these campgrounds that are bunched in the middle. You can boondock on the northeast side, which is outside of it driving in. You can boondock on the south side and drive in, or you can stay in Cottonwood, which is actually in the national park. So it's a little closer, but it's still like 40 plus minutes probably from a lot of the stuff.
There's a lot of different campgrounds here, though.
There are.
They're just kind of difficult to, one, get reservations, and two, kind of fit in if you've got something larger. But there's lots of options here, and it's very beautiful. If you can do it, definitely. This has been amazing. I think because there's no cell service, it's actually just let us like kind of slow down a little bit.
We had to talk. Like we've
Yeah.
gotten to know each other, and it's pretty crazy.
We talk a lot. Think about it. We're never apart, so we do a lot of talking. It's kind of nice sometimes having that that serenity and unplug for a while.
It's a good break, and it's very quiet and serene here.
So quiet.
It's almost creepy quiet for us around the city. Like hearing planes and everything else going on every day. Speaking of quiet, you can run a generator. Probably frowned upon, I would think. We haven't heard a single
one yet.
generator, any noise at all. I think there's like hours, it's like, don't quote me, but 8 to 10, 12 to 2, and I don't know, 5 to 7, you know, something like that, 7 to 9. So hopefully we won't have to crank ours out. We're getting tons of sun, so our batteries are getting fully charged being out here.
Love the solar.
So that's awesome.
It's going really well.
We're loud enough as it is between us and our kid. Well, all right, well, we're going to get the campfire going, and we will catch you guys later.
Here you go, camera.